Hello from San Francisco, California. We're live at Oracle Park. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, this might be my favorite ballpark in the game.
Just looking out over the bay, seeing the boats in the water. Beautiful ballpark, a great atmosphere. Don't get it twisted. San Francisco Giants fans, bring it.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. And on the hill for the Giants, Tyler Mahle. What do you got on him, Chris?
Boog, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound. There are times he's really good, but that's not always the case. For me, I want to see how aggressive he's going to be out there. We'll see it right away if he's pitching with confidence. And if he is, he should be just fine.
Just about to get underway. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And we are underway here in San Francisco. The 0-1. Line drive, base hit.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
First offering, foul tipped, and oh man, that rang off his mask. You could hear it from up here. Now a quick throw to first. Ohtani back in. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
Ball, that's out.
Ohtani gets his lead at first with nobody out. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And just foul.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
The 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a 1-2 again. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. And that's a little bit high. And now 3-2. Out towards right center field. Oh, nice lunging grab. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Will Smith stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Here's Ohtani flying around third. Now a relay to the plate. Safe. He beats the tag. And it's 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Hey! Man at second. Here's a high chopper. Gets it to first. 2 down.
Batting fifth, center fielder Andy Pajes.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down.
As a veteran out there on the ball, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
And a 1-1. Way out front for strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Dodgers with a run-scoring double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. We go to the bottom of the first, and taking the ball for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. What do we have on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Willy Adames stands in.
Willy Adames.
The 1-0.
And that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And one gone.
Second baseman.
Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Luis Arias, batting with one down, takes a strike. Way inside, gets out of the way. And
Ball,
that's
that's outside.
2-1. Now one missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Right through there for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
3-2. Left field. And it falls. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Rojas should have this one. And there's 2 down.
Batting fourth, designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
Here's Rafael Devers. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. Arise off of first with 2 away. Close, but call the ball. And it's 1-1. In the air, foul off first. And that is that. So the Giants leave one. Still behind by a count of 1-0. On now to the top half of inning number 2. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy.
Aye.
The 0-2. To third, Chapman. 1 out in the second.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. Ground ball left side. Slings it across. Great pick. They get out number 2 on a tough play.
Great fundamentals there at first base. A textbook example of putting your body in position to make a play and doing just that. That's how they teach you to do it.
Two outs, base is empty. Santiago Espinal digs in now. And it's fouled away. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that is that. Dodgers go down quietly. They lead it 1-0. Back here at Oracle Park, stepping in, Casey Schmidt.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Ball down.
Eric Summersgill with home plate duty in this one. Kind of known for being generous with the corners, Chris.
You know, I think that used to be a lot bigger deal in past eras where pitchers were working more in and out with their pitches. But yeah, we'll see if those corners come into play in this one. Hey, no pitcher's going to argue at all.
Out to center. Pajes drifts towards it. And there's one down.
Batting sixth, right fielder,
Jung-Hoo Lee, the next Giant to hit. Clips the corner. 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
That one catches the corner for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
Got him.
One out man at first. Down the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. The 0-1. Ground ball could be two. Rojas for one, and that's two. So they make short work of him there. We played two full. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Giants nothing. Back here in San Francisco, all set for the start of the inning. Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that one hammered way back there. Gone. He doinks it off the foul pole. A solo shot. And they add to the lead. It's 2-0.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Otani batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Fastball is outside.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Foul ball there. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Let's take a look at his pitch usage in this one, Siggy.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. Not a whole lot of damage against him yet, and he may just keep this approach.
Check swing called strike. Strike one. And there's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Bailey takes it in for the out. Out number 2.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
The batter now will be Will Smith. He doubled home a run in his first AB. Outside with a breaking ball. Right through there for a strike. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A solo shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add on. It's 3-0.
There he got a splitter that he was able to handle, allowed that pitch to travel a little bit deeper, and when it was time to commit, his hands exploded through the zone.
So 2 down. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. Popped up. Adames in position. And that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Oracle Park, here's the center fielder, Drew Gilbert. Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-0. Fouled off left side. Here's a 1-1. That one way inside.
Hey, 2.
2-2 on the way. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. And the 1-0.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And that's through there for a strike. 1-2.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
One and two here. Brush to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. He'll take a jog around the bases. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 3-1. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he was going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Willie Adames will hit next. Check swing called strike. That's strike one. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the last half of the third. Inside at 100, ball one.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That's ball two.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
That one well upstairs. Full count now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
2 down, bases empty. And up next for the Giants, Luis Arias. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. Line drive. And foul ball. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball, still 0-2. That one way inside. Swing and a ground ball up the middle to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Up next for the Giants, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
So a man at first. Here's Matt Chapman. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Fastball for a strike. The 0-1. In the air, right field. Call. Has a beat on it. And that's the inning. When the Giants go deep, it's bye-bye, baby. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Start of the 4th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pages.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Where'd that last pitch miss? Hit on the ground to short. Adames, the throw to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
It was a bang-bang play at first, Singy, so let's take another look at the throw that made it possible to get the out.
No doubt that 85-mile-per-hour heater was the difference on this play, according to StatCast, and it looked like a blur going across the infield from up here, and they just got the out.
Now it's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. And
That's
another
ball
ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think. Oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
High fly ball, right field. Lee settles underneath it. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Now it's the shortstop, Miguel Rojas. Grounded out his first time up. On the ground, out to short. Third out. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, and the score stays 3-1. Bottom of the inning. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Rafael Devers.
Well, these
Ball one.
Giants showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
The 1-1. And a strike to Devers.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
No question about this one. It's out of here. Rafael Devers rounds the bases, and they cut into the deficit. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Now at the plate, Casey Schmidt. He's 0 for 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Look out, almost got him upstairs. Swings and misses. And that's 4 strikeouts. Now here is Jung-Hoo Lee. Hit by a pitch his first time up. That one's in there. Strike 1.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Tapped softly to the right side, and that's just foul. The 0-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. The Dodgers leading by a run. We're here at the bottom of the 4th.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Nope,
really
that's
good
a ball.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one almost hit him. On the ground. No play. That's an infield single.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
Ryder takes off. Throw, safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
No, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great throwing arm. Step off the rubber, shrink that lead, somehow create a little bit more time, or maybe you can prevent that stolen base.
You'll want. Right through there for a strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Long throw to first. That's it out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So digging in, Drew Gilbert struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Man on second, 2 down. And fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have...
Swings and misses, struck him out. They limit the damage here. Giants move closer with a homer this inning. It's now a 3-2 ball game. We go to the top of the fifth, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Santiago Espinal.
Ball 1.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Ramos takes it in for the out, and there's 1 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat.
Ball. That's outside.
That
That's
one
ball
close,
3.
ruled a ball. And now 3-0.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And that's a strike. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a payoff pitch. This one popped up. Arise gets under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Here's Ohtani. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Bullpen action for the Giants for the first time. Ryan Borucki, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Gage getting loose as well. And a swing and a miss. That's out number 3. Dodgers down in order, but they still lead at 3-2.
Now pitching for the
Back
Dodgers.
now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, Blake Trinan.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Leading off, Patrick Bailey.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Brings it in, 1 away.
Up next for the Giants, the shortstop.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Edgardo Henriquez, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. The 0-1. There's the strike. 95 of that one.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
Luis Arraez stands in. Slow roller to first. The flip to the pitcher covering. That ends the frame. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. They're down 3-2. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
Now pitching for
Ryan
the Giants,
Barucki comes on
number
now.
47.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game. Alex Call steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And a ground ball to first. Takes it himself. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Well, a
Up
well
next
thrown
for the
slider like
Dodgers,
that one can be tough to get in the air.
catcher,
Good downward
Will
break
Smith.
on that one.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Inside, ball 1.
Here's a 1-1. Towards first. Schmidt steps on the bag. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder Teoscar Hernandez.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Los Angeles, Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez measures 6 feet even, 215 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Ball.
Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next
Ball,
one is
that's
off
out.
the play. Ball 3. That one the other way. Pulls up on it, and that's a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning.
Well, they
Up
call that
next
an
for the
advantage
Dodgers,
count for a reason.
center
You're
fielder
so much more
Danny
likely to
Diaz.
get something you can handle. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it
Ball, that's
perfectly.
low.
Paz. The next to hit takes ball 1. The 1-0.
Ball, that's in.
Hernandez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. In the air to left center. Gilbert on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One left for LA, but they're up 3-2. Bottom of the sixth. Now Matt Chapman at the plate.
Third baseman, Matt Chapman.
You call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Nope. Outside.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Smith gathers, throws, in time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there. Just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with two strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the two-strike approach.
Rappy coming to the plate now. That one's in there. 0-1. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the sixth. Bounced up the middle. Handles, throws to first, and he's out.
Up next for the Giants, first baseman, Casey Schmidt.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Edgardo Henriquez.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Casey Schmidt, the next Giant to hit.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
And the tying run is on base.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Now it's the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
The 1-0.
Ball,
Meanwhile,
down.
activity in the bullpen. Alex Vesia, the lefty with big swing and miss stuff, is getting ready. Foul ball there. Next pitch misses. 3-1. Elliot Ramos in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The 3-1. And ball four, two aboard.
Well, that's a pretty significant two-out walk as it moves the tying run up into scoring position. It's definitely not what you're looking for from your pitchers late in the ballgame.
Elliot Ramos to the plate now with a chance to come up big. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swinging a foul out of play. That missed by a lot. Ball one. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Lifted in the air down the left side. That's a base hit. Runner around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. A big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. That line drive isn't going to light up StatCast or anything like that, but it gets the job done. And he just kind of caught it on a weird spot of the bat, but he didn't get cheated with the swing, that's for sure.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Edgardo Henriquez departs, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Tanner Scott. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. At the plate, Drew Gilbert, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Late swing, foul to the left. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Really good two-strike pitch right there. Surprised two-strike pitch right there. Surprised he was able to spit on that thing.
Got him looking. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here in San Francisco, played for the Dodgers. Swing and a ground ball. Schmidt takes it himself. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Next for the Dodgers, shortstop Miguel Rojas.
Now it's the shortstop Miguel Rojas. Has grounded out a couple of times. Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Number 46, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Killian also getting ready. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. And that drops in for a strike. To the right side. Schmidt takes it to the bag, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman Santiago Espinal.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ryan Borucki will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
New
the
arm for the
Giants,
Giants, number 46. Santiago Espinal, the next to hit.
That's a ball. Ball! That pitch is out.
There's the strike, and a count 2-1. Out towards right center field. Gilbert on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that's the third out. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. All tied up at 3 apiece. Back here at Oracle Park, now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position. And that's what he does. The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
That's ball 3.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Fastball for a strike. This one in the air center field. Pajes settles under this one. And there's one down.
Up next for the Giants, the shortstop, Willie.
Back to the top of the order now. Willie Adames, the next Giant to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. And this place is rocking. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 4-3.
Well, the best home runs are the ones that give your team the lead. That's a great feeling right there. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
One down. Now it's going to be Luis Arias. 1 for 3.
Hey.
Oh, 1 now.
That's a ball.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here at the bottom of the 7th.
Too high. Ball.
Gets him to chase after that one. That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swung on, popped up left side. Muncy moving under this one. 2 away now.
Up next for the Giants, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
And here is Matt Chapman. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Two down, nobody on.
Ball,
Now
that's out.
outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Got him swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. It's a run for the Giants on the solo blast. It's now a 4-3 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off, Kyle Tucker.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swings through that one for strike two.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one ran inside, almost got him. Sets him down looking. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. The Giants trying to hold a one-run lead, and we're at the top of the eighth. On the ground to the left, and a base hit. Now he'll turn for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Here's Shohei Ohtani.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. That one not close. Yeah, that's ball 2. No outs. Runner on second. Up the middle. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. He beats the throw, and now they have runners at the corners.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Now they've got to find a way to get the job done. Tying run at third, less than 2. This is a huge at bat coming up.
Alex Call steps to the plate for the Dodgers. First offering, and it just misses. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that one did find the strike zone. So they still got both their challenges. The 0-1.
In the infield at the corners. Don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring. Just a little too quick on that front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, they clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing. Just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it, and they bail you out.
Will Smith to the plate. He's already homered in this game. That misses, and that's ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Right through there for a strike. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. And gone! another homer. His second home run of the game, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's 6-4. These fans are dealing with some heartbreak right now.
What a timely home run that is. Now they're in the driver's seat, and you can't overstate the impact he's had on this game.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Number 46 won't go any further. Two-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Eric Miller gets the call from the pen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Fall off foul.
Ball one. That's a ball.
That one hammered, but pulled foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Here's a 2-2. And there's a ball. Stays alive.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Struck him out swinging. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Ramos coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Dodgers claw back a bit with this homer. It's now a 6-4 ball game.
Now pitching for the
Back
Dodgers.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Alex Vesia.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Ryan Ward getting loose there. He's now in the game at first. And it's Rafael Devers in the box. He's already homered here in this one. And there's a strike. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Gregorio Castro, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Next one is off the plate. And the count is 1-1.
Ball 2.
Fouled off. He was late. spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Next pitch is downstairs. Sit down on strikes. And a key out leading off the bottom of the 8th. Devers wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. Still 2 challenges left for them. So up next, Casey Schmidt.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
The tying run at the plate. Lined into right. And there's one away.
Up next for the Giants, right fielder.
Now it's the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Lee thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. The Giants with the tying run at the plate here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Late on that fastball. Tying run at the plate. Not close with that one. Full count now.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
In the air, left field. Should be extra bases. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
Now, just a nice job coming through at a pretty high leverage spot right there. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
Here's Elliot Ramos. Golden opportunity right here. And that one is lifted in the air. Call on his way over. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over.
Always exciting when there's a play at the plate and potential inning ender. Great throw by the outfielder, but awesome as well by the catcher. That's a nice play all around.
Here in San Francisco. Well, it's been a fun game for fans who love homers. These teams are teeing off, as we can see from the spray chart.
Yeah, it seems like days like this get pitchers questioning their life choices, Boog. Any fan who goes for a bathroom break is at risk of missing another dinger.
That one pushed to the left and foul.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
That way at the knees for a strike. Miller, the 6'5" lefty, 28 years old. And he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2019. Pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Matt Gage, ready or not, in the game now after the injury. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a 1-2.
That's ball 2.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Muncy hits one in the air. Ramos should have this one. One down.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop
Miguel Rojas now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. Just missed.
That's inside.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Ryan Walker, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Killian also throwing. The lefty, the 1-0. Slice to right, and it stays fair. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Santiago Espinal. Runner on the move. In the air, right field. Lee settles underneath it, and there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman Ryan Ward.
Now it's the rookie first baseman, Ryan Ward, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. And a foul ball. Rojas off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And that is that. So the Dodgers lead 1. They're up 6-4.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Dodgers,
back, and here comes the closer, Gregorio Castro. A chance at his first save of the year. Here's the center fielder, Drew Gilbert. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Yeah!
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Bailey, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Ball, that's out.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Giants.
1 out left for the Giants. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Willie Adames.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
And first offering is fouled off. This one smoked on its way out of here. His second homer of the night, and just like that, they're within a run. This crowd has really come alive. This place is loud.
Two homers, and the latest one brings them back into striking distance, Bird. Only down a run now, and they're riding momentum here in the final stretch.
So 2 down. Luis Arias getting ready to hit. This one in the air, center field. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.